Hello, my friends. Welcome to Flow with Jess. I'm just singing in the car. I just dropped Sadie off at it's not doggy daycare. She goes to this beautiful woman's house and she goes and hangs out in the forest and catches mice and has a great time. How is everyone? It's good to see you. I'm just singing and enjoying this little peaceful moment in the morning. I've been thinking a little less, a little less than normal. But lots of things are still flying through my mind, and oh my gosh, this is only the second time I think that this has happened where I'm like, girl, end this video. This is not a good intro. You don't have anything to say. Don't keep doing this. Just stop. Just stop it and start again. My mind is turning a blank. Probably for the best. It's full moon time in the world. It's full moon time in the world. Usually I think about this time as there's like a celebration. You know, the moon is out, the energy, everyone has a little bit more energy. Things are a little bit more intense. Things come to the surface, things come to light. And then after this point, there's like this release. The cycle has completed. And then you work towards, or you navigate towards, you know, setting yourself up to release everything that was not, and you get ready to plant new seeds of intention. But whenever I am in a full moon time, I always think, what is being shown to me? And it's not really ever clear. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that's the thing, and then it proves to not be, and I try to like control this process, because you want to, you know. Have you ever been in a space where you're like, I'm really not happy with this aspect of my life and I really want it to shift? So then when there's like signs and things that are showing change, you're like, yes, this is the change I'm looking for, and the assumption is that this thing is going to change really, really quickly. I think that's what I've been playing with, is like the timing of things, because even though I feel shifts and changes occur in my life, and there's moments of like epiphany and moments of, wow, this feels like a big change has happened, it still feels really, really slow. And I watch a lot of channeled messages, and I've spoken about this in the past, where I have to catch myself, I have to watch myself, because they bring me a lot of hope and joy. And sometimes, like yesterday, I listened to a reading and it feels so personal. I clicked on this video and I chose, you pick a card readings, you pick one of the 3 cards, and I was like, this is my card. And I listened to this reading and I was like, oh my gosh, this is everything that I've been feeling about this particular situation in my life. And she was like, you're good, this is happening fast, like you're gonna feel a shift, you're gonna feel a change, you're at the end of a cycle, like just get ready. And I was like, oh my god, thank goodness. But I've been listening to readings for years, and although they change, of course, and there's so many different situations and aspects of your life, right? So things have shifted and changes, but it's so easy to get caught up in the desire to be in the future and be in the state of mind and be in the state of what you hope to be. And I feel like I'm in a perpetual state of just waiting for this next part of my life. And it's like, what does that even mean? What I would like to see is XYZ. And because those things are not here, I'm like in this perpetual state of like, well, when is it going to happen? And I have to remind myself, like, have patience, you know, like, have patience in the things that have not come to you. Act as though they are on their way and keep preparing yourself. But it feels like it's one big preparation. And that's okay, I guess. That's okay, I guess. There's just always like a wanting a breakthrough, you know? And it's not that I haven't had breakthroughs, but like, I think of the tower in tarot. And I've always been very afraid of the tower, as most people are when they see the card, because they're like, wow, my foundations are going to get rocked and I'm going to have to completely rebuild. Like, everything that I've built up until this point is now destroyed. And it seems like that's a negative thing. But like, I'm over here being like, I think I'm ready for this tower to fall. Like, I think I'm ready for this, like, this big shift in my life and this big movement of energy, because it feels like a dam. Like, I feel like things have been just like backed up for so long, and the water is just like pushing into this wall, and it's just constantly just like, why can't I move? Why can't I move? Why am I being held back? And like, I'm just waiting for these floodgates to open. And I can share myself with the world, you know? And I mean that in so many ways, because I do feel like there's like gears have been, no, not gears, the wheels have just been like spinning. And you know, I even think about this channel, and it's the same thing with my teaching yoga, and it's the same thing with every other thing in my life that I've like tried to do. You know, I've been a server for 1 billion years, and it's like, is it really serving me in the way that I want it to? Have I made my buck? Have I made so much money that I'm able to completely shift my life and its circumstances? No, I just work like a dog when I'm in that position. It's so tiring. My feet hurt. I'm sick of my feet hurting. You know, I want to treat my feet with more respect. You know, I try to teach yoga, and it's like, I can't teach just because it's a job. Like, when the inspiration is not flowing, when I am not in my own personal practice, I can't do it. I'm a crappy teacher when I am not living in alignment with the values of the thing that I'm trying to do. I've tried so many things, and it's great. So many things. I tried to do a clothing company, which was not actually like a clothing company. It's called Wraps. It's this like really fun idea where it started with a bed sheet, and there's these cool videos where like monks, they take this bed sheet and they like wrap it, and they make, you know, they make an outfit out of it. And so we kind of did the same thing, where we took this piece of cloth and we made dresses and lots of cardigans, and but yeah, the dresses and the cardigans were two of the things. But you do these really cool wraps, and it's like creative clothing was the idea, but this one piece could turn into multiple different outfits for varying things. And it was really fun. We even took it to a market. Like, I literally have an actual not an incorporated, but like, I have an actual business number for it. It didn't work out, but that's okay. We did the whole process, and I did the whole process, went to market, sold one, and I was like, check mark, business complete. But there has not been like a flow. Like, the dam has broken and life is just going, and like, it is a sure thing in this moment that like, I am just in the flow, I am doing the thing. It feels right, it feels good, it feels as though this is the stream that I am supposed to be swimming in for now. I'm just constantly like swimming up against this dam, and like there's just so many frustrations, there's so many questions, there's so much that just feels like it's stuck in the past, and I'm just not being allowed into the future. And I know that timing is always at play, and things are shifting as they should be, and I am just here living, and I just have to keep following the signs. But it's just so interesting to be in this place, and then you try to talk about it, and you try to say, this is where I am, and here's where I want to be, and I'm just like waiting to be in this space, but like I'm just living in the dream right now, you know. I'm constantly dreaming up what my next home is going to look like, and what I'm going to do with my day. And I'm trying to live my life as, when I have the time and space to be in that space, I'm trying to live as though I'm already in this new beginning. And like just all the other I've already used a million analogies, but like the other one that I've been playing with is like the being in a cocoon, and just allowing the rest and the transformation to happen, because in the cocoon, like, the caterpillar literally turns to goo, and you have to be turned to goo in order to become a butterfly. Also, like, I learned that the life of a butterfly, like, kind of sucks. Some of them, okay, don't quote me on this, but I feel like I went to a butterfly conservatory, and I feel like they said that some of them don't have, like, mouths, so they only live for, like, a couple of days. They literally become a butterfly, and then within, like, 3 days, they have eggs on little leaves, and then they, like, die. And I'm like, that's so sad. That is so sad, but like beautiful. But you know, you spend most of your life, they spend most of their life as a caterpillar, you know, and then they go into a cocoon where they turn into goo, and then they just like, they get to have their moment in the sun for a couple days, and then that's that, you know. And like in the spiritual community, like we talk a lot about becoming a butterfly, and how beautiful that process is. You know, you're becoming a butterfly, but like, you certainly don't get to stay a butterfly for that long. Maybe you do as a human, I don't know, but the butterfly stage seems like it's like not all it's, you know, cracked up to be. But also a good reminder that like the healing and the processing and the journey to become the next incarnation, the next version of you, like, it takes time. And you know, if you extrapolate that, and you think about or if you subscribe to the belief of the karma and the multiple incarnations over, like, you know, if this is your like 1000th time incarnating as a human or more, I don't know, I don't quite know, but like, if you keep incarnating, like, think about how many lifetimes you've had to navigate your karma, to navigate what I like to think of is like the astrological wheel. So we talk about like the pie chart a lot of your life, but you can also think about it like the astrological wheel. There's 12 signs, there's 12 houses, and if you are navigating through the entire like zodiac in order to be like a complete, I kind of, this is like my own thought process on this whole thing, but like, to be a complete person, in theory, to be a complete soul, you know, on this, like, if you're existing on this plane and you keep choosing to come back here, we abide by the laws of the planets. Like, that just simply is it just simply is part of our reality. And you can probably make a really good distance in a highly evolved spiritual way when you come down here. I'd like to think, maybe it's like me being egotistical. I'd like to think it's not. I'd like to think, I really would like to think that my soul is actually in an evolved place where like I can understand that I am making gigantic spiritual strides in this life, and my spiritual well-being is so important to myself and humanity, and I don't believe it's through ego, but maybe people will say it is, but who cares? I would like to think that there is I just have to sit here and believe that me becoming aware of myself, 6 years ago, and being like, oh, there's more to this life than just buying a house. There's more to this life than just having a job. Like there's something underneath this. There's a current that is driving this reality. And I'm here, and I'm constantly seeing these shifts and these changes and these cycles occur, and I'm noticing all of the interconnectedness of like us and nature and all of the things. So I think about your journey through the zodiac, and you can't do that in one lifetime. Like you don't have planets in certain spaces, or you just sit the because some of the cycles are like thousands of years old. Like you can't get the same, you simply can't get the same astrological profile in your birth chart, and then during that time when you are incarnated on earth, you only get X numbers of years of the transits happening. So like you can't possibly experience all of the different things that could happen. So you probably you need all of these incarnations on earth so that you can experience all of the different facets of the astrological wheel in order to navigate your karma, in order to evolve as a spiritual being, as for your soul to experience what it is meant to be a spiritual being on this people plane. It's cool, it's cool. You have different gifts, you have different abilities, you have different the words that's coming to mind is like handicaps, but I don't think I mean that, but like I'm using it as like a golf term, I guess. But you have boundaries, challenges, like there's just certain things in your life that are easier or harder based on your specific blueprint when you get incarnated on this planet. It's cool. That was a spiel. That was a big spiel. I keep getting distracted. There's I had seen one of my the owner of the little cafe that I work at down the street. She walked by, and there was a squirrel, and like the bees are just like buzzing everywhere, and there's a beautiful bird just perched on the corner of the porch up to my left, and I swear I hear a hoo, hoo, hoo. And I don't think that's an owl, but I don't know what bird that is, but I do hear it. And yeah, nature is calling me. I think I want to go make a tea and sit on my deck and see if my boys are awake. I left them sleeping when I took Sadie. Thank you for letting me ramble and spew my thoughts and emotions. I'm feeling so emotional right now. Wow. Thank you. It's a fun journey. Oh, I was gonna circle back and say, like, this channel, like, it's so interesting to see how it's evolved, because it feels like it hasn't worked out, like, from like how I started it to now. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm just talking, and I don't know where it's supposed to lead. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with it, but like, I'm trying to show up. And yeah, gosh, big emotional wave. If you're still here, thank you. Have the most beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.